Right then folks, Jacob here. Today we're going to be looking at two different microTech trade routes. On paper these routes should be good, however varying prices and amounts that the outposts have in stock can change how good these routes are. So of course let's get this video expedited and get right onto it. Let's open up your navigation, let's have a look at microTech. So these are the two stations in which you should use for trading acetine. Please see the video card at the top right for a trade route in regards to that. Now there is a trade route on Calliope, similar to what we're doing. However, we need to head to the moon Clio. There are other trade routes on Calliope, but they're not so good. So once you're at Clio, you want to. So there's two trading posts on Clio. There's Cantwell and there's McGrath. So we're going to go to Cantwell first. So of course get out the ship of your choice, preferably the Cat or even the Carrack. Once you quantum to the outpost, you want to set your destination again so you know exactly where you're going. So you're going to want to buy all the medical supplies that you can. Typically this will fill the Cat, however you don't want to brim the Cat because the maximum sell at New Babbage is 50,000 units. Sometimes you can't sell it all at once either. On my occasion I could only buy 394 SCU, so I filled the rest with stims. You could wait the timer to buy more medical supplies, that option is always there. Of course you want to set your destination back to microTech, and you want to specifically set the destination to New Babbage, the grey big circle icon on the planet. Once you've exit quantum to New Babbage, you want to follow the train track to the left where you can see the 4 small circular buildings. Once you get closer, you want to park just to the left of the middle building and of course get landed. I should most definitely reinforce the need to buy warmer clothes given the temperatures on microTech, but also the temperatures are much worse on the moons. Now this first door into the building here can be a bit weird, but you can walk through it most of the time. And this elevator is a bit weird. I decided not to go through that. Let me know what happens though if someone wants to go through it. So of course once you get to the terminal, you want to select the Cat and sell everything that you've got. Now the medical supplies sell for 18.49, that's a 1.4 EUC profit. We were able to sell all of them at once, which is good. Now of course the stims, you're going to make a 1 UEC profit per item. Neat. So now that we've done all of that, I'm not going to go through everything in regards to how you get back. So this is the terminal for the other outpost. Now here you want to buy agricium. Now I got quite lucky here to an extent. I was able to buy agricium twice. Titanium only once, but not enough titanium to fill the Cat. So in the end I decided to fill it with fluorine. So if this slow running speed right here doesn't encourage you to get cold weather clothes, I'm not sure what will. So of course back at the terminal, the agricium sells at quite a reasonable point, 27.5, that's the maximum amount it would sell for. And the fluorine. Of course you want to sell the titanium now. So, of course, everyone is wondering about the maths. So, with medical supplies alone, you should be able to make a profit of 70,000 UEC alone. And there's only a very small profit of 1.4 UEC per unit, which isn't great in comparison to agricium, laurinite, titanium, acetine, etc, etc. Overall, with the first trade run, there was only just short of 10% profit on this route, and you can see all the stats on the left here, of course. Now for the second run, you can see the stats on the left now. For this route, we spent less than half for 2/3 of the previous profit for the previous route. Now the route's not that bad. It would be nicer to be able to do that kind of route in a smaller ship, which you could do quite easily. Although the profit here was 17.5% profit for the total spent, which is quite decent, all things considered. Overall, these two routes aren't the greatest, but they're most certainly something to keep an eye on. These routes mainly aren't great just because of the fact that stock wasn't there, prices weren't quite right, the fact we had to travel to moons. Ultimately, the acetine route in the previous microtech trading video is the route to use at the moment, but these two routes I've shown here are not to be ignored. Thank you ever so much for watching. Today's video sponsor is the like button for the glorious YouTube algorithm. That will of course allow this channel to grow with your support. Obviously don't forget to comment or subscribe. If you aren't already aware, I generally upload daily, so be sure to check back. My name is Jacob, thank you, and goodbye for now.